Good afternoon. Welcome to part 2 of the video series on this mint in box IC-781. It is still Saturday, February 17th, 2024, and it is, well, let's see here. It is about, almost 3:45 Pacific Standard Time. And we're inside my garage, which also serves as my test bench. And what you have here is the 781. On top of it is a Telewave watt meter with the measures of forward and reverse output. It's rated from 2 megs to 200 megs, so it'll easily handle the 781. It's rated up to 500 watts, but we won't need to worry about that. I think the 781 is rated at 150, so that'll be fine. It's feeding a dummy load, which is a Bird 2500 watt continuous rated 50 ohm coaxial resistor, and this is oil filled, so this is quite the behemoth. It weighs by itself about 50 pounds. There's the R9000, and then over here is a Rohde and Schwartz communication service monitor. It's a CMS54. It's typically used for FM gear, but I'm going to use it here for frequency counting and signal generation, so we can test the 781 in those modes. So what I'm going to do is try to quickly go through the amateur bands, beginning with 160 meters, rated it, run it to full output, see it on the meter, and check the frequency output. And you'll see the blue cable going between the Telewave meter and the service monitor. And what that is on the side is a 40 dB sampling port, so I'm actually able to read the output at a much lower level so that I don't overload the frequency counter. But certainly the dummy load is receiving the full output of the 781. So I'm going to do my testing primarily in RTTY because I'll get a nice solid signal. But I mean, I could modulate it with all of the various bands if I needed, various modes if I needed to, but I'm going to leave it with RTTY because I think it's faster, and I think you'll get the idea. So we're at 1.8 megs, put it up into transmit. The 781 is showing 150 watts, and actually I got it back on reverse, so let me flip this over to forward, and we're showing a little bit less. The auto tuner is on. Let me turn it off, and sure enough, I'm getting now a bit more power on the meter, and that's because the auto tuner was probably adjusting for any SWR in the lines, and so the tuner does work. Changed. Let's go to SWR on the meter, and it reads flat. Let me turn it off. It's still pretty good even without it, but there it goes, flattens back out. Well, the dummy load's pretty good anyway. So 1.8 megahertz, let's go over to the service monitor, and it reads 1.79999 or 8. And since it's a 40 dB down sampling point, it's just not reading any output. It's just getting enough for the to be able to read frequency. And you can see over here the modulated signal, the RTTY signal. All right, so that's 1.8. Let's go to 2. You can hear the tuner clicked when I put it to 2 meg. So let's transmit it 2 meg. Oh, okay, well, I'm out of range. That's the issue. I'm not in the ham band. Let me go to 1992. And there we are. We got the power. We're in SWR mode. Let me put the power out. There we are. And then let's go read the frequency. 1.99992. So I think that's pretty good if you ask me. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just go to the middle of 75 meters. Let's go 3.8. Power output, 150 on the meter. It's showing a little bit less than that on the Telewave. And let's go over here to the service monitor. SWR, 3.7, 99999 to 3.8. You can see the modulated signal. Turn this off. Go back to SWR on the 781. Let's kick it on. Let's click the tuner on. There it goes. You saw it work. That's the 781 auto tuner at work. Let's go to 70. Let's go to 7150. Transmit on the meter, popping up above between 125 and 150. The 781 on SWR mode is almost flat, and there we are, 150. And let's go back to SWR. Let's hit the tuner. Okay, 781. That tuner just works nice and quickly. Frequency is 7150. 701 49999. So again, pretty good. All right, let's go to 10.1. Turn the tuner off. Let's go to power out. Okay, again, 150. It's a little low, a little below on the Telewave. That's not unusual. Hit the tuner. You go to SWR mode. There we it, tuned it. 10.1. And pretty good. Okay, let's go to 14.150. Turn the tuner off. Power out. Again, pretty standard for this rig. Also on the meter, let's hit the tuner. Go back to here, do it again. Off, on, 14.150. 14.150 and the modulated RTTY signal. Turn it off. And we'll go to 21.250. Let's back up. Let's go to 17 meters. I can do it the fast way. Just hit that, 18.1. Went to USB, but I want RTTY. Tuner off. Oh, let's go power out. Okay, power out, 150. Again, this is kind of typical of what we've been getting. SWR, let's run the tuner. Okay, it flattened it out. 18.1. 18.1. Now you can hear the fan a little bit on the 781. That's pretty typical. So I've been dead king it on RTTY for a few minutes. And that will actually shut itself off when it's ready. So let's go to 15 meters. RTTY. Power out. Transmit. 150. Again, as expected. Let me go to SWR mode on the 781. Turn the tuner off. Turn it on again. Okay. 14.200. Excuse me, I can't read. 21.200. And 21.200. Okay, let's go to 12 meters. RTTY. Turn the tuner off, go to power. Okay, there it is, 150 on 24.9. And lo and behold, we're getting the same typical readings on the Telewave. Let's unkey it. Let's turn the tuner on. Let's go to SWR mode here and we can see it in operation. There it is. flatten it out nicely. 14.9, 24.9, and we have 24.89, call it 20, it's 24.9. All right, then let's go to 10 meters. Power output, 150. Yep, same as we've been getting. Turn the tuner off here. We'll see the tuner work on 10 meters. So let's see, we're in SWR mode, tuner, transmit, boom. Locks it fairly quickly, 28.5 and 28.5. And last but not least, let's go up to 29 megs. Let's go FM this time. And we'll do power output. Oh, I can see the my service monitor, since it decodes FM, it's sensing my signal. So anyway, that's the noise you'll hear. Anyway, 28.5. I'm getting 150 watts. 25 plus. 29. Yeah, there it is. 29.5. 29.5. So that is the transmit functionality of the 781, and everything seems to be just as one would expect of a brand new radio. So I'm going to stop this for a moment, and then I'm going to switch it to receive, and I'm going to use the signal generator, the Rohde and Schwartz, to tickle the receiver on the 781. I'll be back.